All right, today we are digging into the investment thesis for a company called JB3AI. Now, they're making a pretty bold claim in the AI space. They're not just another tool, they're building the very foundation that other tools should run on. So let's break down their argument and see what it's all about.
Here's our game plan. We're going to walk through 6 key parts of their pitch. We'll start with the huge problem they say everyone's facing, dive into their core philosophy, check out their platform and products, and then, of course, get to the bottom line, the investment case and their partnership model.
So let's kick things off with the big problem. You know the feeling, right? Businesses today are just drowning. They're flooded with a sea of different apps, endless data, and constant notifications. JB3AI argues that this sheer complexity, this overwhelm, is the single biggest threat to making good decisions.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. The issue isn't that we don't have enough tech. Heck, we have too much. The real problem is the chaos it creates. All these disconnected tools create massive blind spots and risk, which means when the pressure's on, decisions are either slow or worse, just plain wrong. Okay, so faced with all that chaos, what's their big idea? Well, this is where JB3I's approach takes a sharp turn from pretty much everyone else out there. Instead of just throwing another app on the pile, they start with a really radical concept. Let this one sink in, because it's the key to their whole strategy. They're not selling you a flashy new AI. They're selling you the structure to control it. The argument is, before you can let AI run wild, you need to build the fence. You need a framework that makes every single action safe, controlled, and totally responsible.
And this is how they put that philosophy into practice. They call it governed intelligence. Think of it as turning AI from a wild science experiment into what they call trust infrastructure. It means every piece of information AI gives you can be traced back to the source, and every move it makes can be explained. No more black boxes.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But how does it actually work? Well, let's get into the core technology that makes it all happen. It's called the OS3- platform. Now, the crucial thing to understand here is that OS3- isn't here to replace all your other software. Nope. Think of it more like a central nervous system for your entire business. It sits on top of everything else, connecting all the pieces and giving you a single place to command and control your whole operation.
The platform's job really boils down to 3 simple but incredibly powerful functions. First, it brings all your disconnected tools and data together. Second, it lets you set the rules. It governs how work and information flow through your business. And finally, only then, does it let you safely deploy powerful intelligence right inside that controlled environment.
So we have this powerful, governed platform. Now for the exciting part. What can you actually do with it? Let's look at the specific applications that run on OS3-, because this is where that structure starts delivering some serious real-world value.
First up in their suite is Investigator AI, and its mission is crystal clear: to deliver objective truth when the stakes are incredibly high. Think about all the slow, painful manual research that goes into due diligence or complex investigations. Investigator AI automates that. It digs through data to map out those hidden connections between people, companies, and events, and it gives you a complete, auditable evidence trail. It's designed to definitively answer that critical question: who are we really dealing with here? Next up is Shield AI. I love how they describe this one. It's like a silent co-pilot, always watching your back, protecting you from risk, but without ever getting in your way. Now, here's what makes Shield AI so different. It doesn't read your emails. It doesn't snoop on your messages. Instead, it watches for signals, things like weird communication patterns, metadata, or behavioral red flags. This means it can protect you from fraud and enforce company policies, all while completely respecting employee privacy. It watches signals, not people. And the final application we'll look at is MindCare AI. The idea here is powerful. In any high-stakes job, your team's mental focus and stability aren't just a nice-to-have. They are a mission-critical asset, and that asset needs to be protected. Now, it's really important to be clear. This is not a medical app. It's a performance tool. It's designed to help people avoid burnout and decision fatigue by offering simple, private, user-controlled tools right within their workflow. It's all about creating sustainable high performance.
Okay, so we've seen the problem, the philosophy, the platform, and the products. So what's the bottom line? What's the actual investment case for JB3I? Well, their argument is that they're offering a chance to bet on a completely different vision for the future of AI.
They're basically framing this as a choice. You can invest in the short-term noise, all those fragmented, hype-driven tools that burn through cash, or you can invest in a long-term platform that creates durable value. An investment in them, they say, isn't just a bet on an app. It's a bet on the fundamental infrastructure that businesses will need to survive and thrive.
And this quote really gets to the heart of their financial discipline. The idea is that every single dollar of investment isn't just spent, it's strategically deployed to make the core OS3 platform stronger, wider, and more defensive.
And finally, there's one more piece to this puzzle. They argue that when you invest in JB3AI, you're not just buying a software license. You're entering into a deep strategic partnership. Look at this. It goes way beyond tech support. They offer everything from high-level strategic design to hands-on implementation and even a business accelerator program. They work with their partners to diagnose the real problems and engineer a solution that lasts. This is a white-glove service, not a self-serve app.
And at the end of the day, all of it, the structure, the platform, the apps, the partnership, it all comes back to this one central mission. It's about using technology to amplify what humans do best, not to replace them.
And that really brings us to the final question. In a market that is just full of hype and noise, JB3AI is offering a clear, structured, and governed path forward. For any potential investor, the question isn't just about AI. It's whether you're ready to invest in clarity itself.